Oh, yeah, it's a special episode of the Social Distance Drinking Club. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm with Mr. Matt Brown over here. What are you doing all the way up? Where are we right now? I don't think we told anybody where we are.
We're in Phoenix.
We are in Phoenix, which means you just came up to hang out, right?
Absolutely.
Tombstone gets bored.
Absolutely.
It totally does.
One of the hotter weather.
And it is only a little bit warmer. Thank you guys for joining us. If you haven't seen us before, we're Social Distance Drinking Club, and obviously I've already introduced our friend Matt Brown, owner of Tombstone Brewing Company, and there's a reason he's in Phoenix right now. Matt, I will let you loudly and proudly share the news with everyone watching.
Yeah, so I am at the new site of Tombstone Brewing North in Phoenix.
Weird. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Congratulations. You've got the, we like to always start the show with what are you drinking, so I'm going to do that now and tell you guys what we're drinking. I've got the No Coast IPA right here, and Matt, Italian Pils, which people will be able to get here.
Absolutely.
Right? And where are we right now?
We are at Helio Basin Brewing, which we will be taking over operations this week. So you guys come here.
Yeah.
Dustin and Mike.
Guys.
All right.
They're free to yell at the computer like it's a deaf old lady.
Can you guys hear me now? I have to tell you about your future.
So, obviously, there are a lot of questions. So if anyone has any questions, gentlemen, if you don't mind making a banner, just so people know they can pop questions in the comments, and we will get to them momentarily if you guys have any questions. But if you guys want to share a little bit of information about when, I guess you guys officially signed paperwork, right? So this is,
we've been talking for weeks. We can't wait to get in here. It's an amazing place, awesome brewery. Yeah, I couldn't be happier.
Stoked. And then now these guys can retire because he paid them a fortune. They are leaving. They've got a private jet to Monaco in like 2 hours.
I thought we were all going.
Oh, no, we're all go. That's why you guys aren't open until Friday, right? We're just doing a quick 2-day jaunt for some mozzarella and bologna.
That's how we do it.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
We're good. We're set. It's going to be just fun. So, Tombstone North, we're in Phoenix, and it's happening. And I guess an official toast and cheers to all of you guys. We have absolutely loved and enjoyed having Helio Basin in the neighborhood, and Mike and Dustin have been amazing to have, and this is a new chapter for them and Tombstone as well. So
we paid him $7 to stay there.
You guys know you can purchase any promo from us, $7. Buy me a beer, and I'll say your name or say happy birthday to your uncle or something for you.
Hey, Yusuf, we had people in the comments asking where Helio Basin is. We're at 40th Street and Thomas, basically, in East Central Phoenix, which is going to confuse Adam Green, but it's not very far from my home.
Just say I just go to Brett's place and I'll be at Tombstone North. It'll be great. But guys, I think I can speak for a lot of people and ask just like, how did this come about? Because obviously we've been to Helio Basin before, good brewery, good spot here. We've been to Tombstone, good brewery, good spot down in Tombstone. How did this happen? How did Tombstone end up coming to Phoenix?
You want to take that one, Matt? Or you want? We got the background, so we can bring him in as well.
It's not for Yusuf. Like it's not for you, Yusuf.
I'll leave this to the guys.
I was gonna bring in Weedy, but we'll do that. I'll leave this to you guys.
Yeah, it's good mix back and forth. So, for us, it's been, a great 4 years. We opened, I think, maybe like a month or two before Tombstone did. So it's been a wild ride. And, of course, with everything happening with COVID in 2020, we just took a long-term look at everything that was happening. And for us, it just made sense to, wind things down and just kind of move on. And the last thing we wanted was for this space that we've spent so much time and effort and to build a vibe in the community, like to just go to waste. So called Matt and had a very candid conversation. Everything has been laid back, just easy going the whole time. And said, hey, are you maybe looking for something in Phoenix? And he came up. We had a couple beers. Weedy came out. Just kind of like look at everything. And it's just been the most laid back vibe the whole time. And I'll let them kind of take over what their end of it was. But
yeah, on our end, we've been looking to to expand for a little while. We can't keep up with demand. It's been tough. Our Sierra Vista project is still months out. It'll be well into 2021 before we can make beer there. And then this is just, it's beautifully set up. It's like an incredible system. I think we might be the only two breweries this size with the quarry pile floors in the state.
For sure.
It's an incredible brewery. It's a place that every time I'm up in Phoenix, I come, just killer staff, killer everything. So, this was the perfect opportunity. We had actually not been up here. And when he came, and he'll confirm this later, I think, but when he came, I think that he was thinking we'll entertain these people, but there's no way. And of course he sees the brewery and what it actually looks like and deals with, looking at what an incredible opportunity this was. So we're, Friday, Tombstone North. So Friday we will have 12 beers on tap from Tombstone, including barrel-aged offerings, triple IPAs, IPA, a bunch of other stuff. We'll have at least a dozen cans and bottles. I think the total count's going to be 15 or 16, including some real special release stuff.
There's an important question here, though. So what about the rest of your beer? And do we need to have a tap the keg party? Meow.
We absolutely do.
Great. What the rest of these? Bring them on.
So based on that, I got all the keg party, the barrel aged stuff. How do you guys feel about me just hanging out here for the rest of the week? There's couches, there's chairs. I feel like there's enough sustenance in the building. I could do it.
Yeah.
It's
That's
we'll put a meter on the tap.
Yeah, that's fair. And we're gonna try to do something. We'll make an announcement. We post it on social media for you, so we'll do an announcement for maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Wednesday, Thursday, or whatever we can do to clear out the remainder of the stuff that we have here, and then just kind of smoothly transition right into it. We're trying to make this as easy as possible, and so that nobody misses a beat, and so a lot of people can just come out right for the weekend and really enjoy some cool stuff that you guys have been saving tonight.
You should really plan as you're clearing stuff out that Adam Green will not be leaving. He lives here now.
He does. I'm pretty sure it's eminent domain or something like that. I have no idea.
I'm working from home anyway, and this can be home. Home is wherever my laptop is. So,
That's who it is. That's who it is. Well, guys, if you've got any questions, throw them in the comments. Weedy has joined us now since the internet and Bisbee has allowed him at least 256K, not 56K today. So it's 2003 DSL. Good. It's definitely a hamster communicating through a can and a tin can. Weedy, what's up, man? Are you excited?
Of course I'm excited. Definitely when Matt had said that I was thinking we were going to go look at, I didn't know what we were looking at, but so Matt called me, and when Matt's got an idea about something, you can always tell he's up to something because he either says, "Hey, man," so he starts using "man" when he's excited about something. And the other thing is he says, "Do you have a second to talk?" And he calls me and he says, "Hey, man, do you have a second to talk?" I get the 2 for 1. And I was like, well, this is going to be a good deal. So last time that happened, we actually walked miles into Agua Prieta looking for a coffee place in a residential neighborhood that didn't exist. So I knew we were up to something good. But he said that there was a brewery for sale in Phoenix. And I was like, I don't know. I'm not dumb enough to not go with you and check it out. But let's see what happens. And we got up there and it was incredible.
Well, and then the first one you checked was probably down the road somewhere. Might be a number after a state. I don't know. That one? No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna. I'm just gonna let that one land on its own.
Ringing a bell.
Ringing a bell? That's weird. That's weird.
Weedy, we had talked to you before on the Social Distance Drinking Club, and you had talked about how there was going to be expansion for Tombstone Brewing, but it wasn't going to be in Phoenix. And I remember we were all disappointed, man, it'd be so great to have you guys here. So it sounds like this was almost like an opportunity that came up. It was too good to be true, just like it was a perfect storm of the right place at the right time for the right breweries.
I think that saying no, we're not opening in Phoenix was more of just we didn't have any plans, and this all came together really fast. Well, it was probably just a month ago we went up and looked at the brewery. So
We came together really fast because he didn't do any of the work.
I've been keeping a secret for a month. You don't know how hard that is.
He's like the kid that wakes up and he's like, I don't know, man. Dinner was just done. Mom's amazing. Like she just made it.
So I want to schedule another social distance podcast.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks, where after Weedy's done 3 double batch brew days, filled all the tanks, been basically living between 2 things: wall full production schedule in Phoenix, and then I'm going to talk about how easy it was.
So easy.
That's been my life for 4 years.
I'm just saying, Weedy, I think what's going to happen here is
That's pretty much accurate.
I'm going to have to come out here and just start like documenting everything you're doing, and I'll notice the stress. Like they look at the president the first year he's in office, and like at the end of his term, and I'll just watch the gray hairs come in. And we're set.
So fun fact, I used to have hair.
Yeah.
Before you open up the business. So
I think I even have pictures with hair.
Yeah,
I mean,
share them on social media.
I got a great hair plug guy in Istanbul. I got you. Don't worry about it. You're set.
we'll stop over there on our private jet.
I'm seeing a question from Mark Mays. It says, Weedy, will you be brewing a quail or duck themed beer?
Mark's always got something to say.
Well, it sounds like the question wasn't important, Mark. That came straight out. I didn't say it. He did. Just saying.
I hope you didn't piss Mark off. I was trying to get recipes from him this morning.
So you said you'll have 12 beers on tap on Friday. What time are you officially opening Friday?
I don't know that it's 100% set in stone, but I think we talked with the staff about 4. Yeah, 4. Yeah. So we'll be dialing it in as things go. There's quite a few moving parts. It's awesome to take over someplace that's like totally turnkey and awesome. It's just there's still little stuff that we got to dial in. Mostly just getting our beer here. But yeah, it should be 4. And then I think that we'll be
here, buddy. You're too far. Come here.
It's easier to left. I prefer leaning left. Yeah, so we should have some pretty regular hours that we'll be announcing pretty soon. But yeah, I think probably 4 is going to be our opening round.
So we'll see you guys at 4:00 on Friday. I mean, Adam Green won't be here because he's, I think, hang out of town. But I'll be here for sure. Brett, you coming?
I mean, I live like a 6-minute drive away, so why would I not be here?
Adam Ledford, do you want to drive up for the weekend?
Oh, I'm thinking about it. Oh, man.
Could you guys do this like last week when I was in town? That would have been better.
Sorry.
Like,
Well, you should have told us.
just-
It just changed everything.
It just came together so fast that they couldn't do it.
Well,
It was
it's-
so easy too, right? It was so easy. I mean,
It's been a month for Weedy. It's been a week for me having to hold this secret. So I mean, but that's awesome, you guys.
okay,
Hey,
just for
To
the
be fair, I
sake of
didn't
laughter,
keep it much of a secret. I told everybody.
we all know how much of a troll. We all know how much of a troll Alejandro is, but I love this. Will you be bringing a Michael Jordan themed beer? since he is the one who wrote.
It's definitely, if we're going to brew a beer to honor the greatest of all time basketball players, it's definitely going to be Zion Williamson.
Oh,
As a UNC fan, that hurts my heart.
Gentlemen, do you have
Okay.
some questions you want to throw?
Yeah.
Weedy?
I'm very curious to know what your guys' plans are for using this space versus the existing space in the Sierra Vista space. You're going to have a lot of brewing facilities and capabilities. Is it going to be using the same recipes, same types of beer in different places, or are you going to be specializing in certain things at different locations?
That sounds like a problem for future Weedy.
Stand by. Hold on a second.
That's always his answer.
Hey, Weedy, I just want to drink more of your beers, man. That's all. I'm saying.
that's how I make it
Hey, just so we're all on the same page here, I would like to make sure that we are soon brewing a beer called "Sounds Like a Problem for Future Weedy."
Yes.
And it needs to be like a Belgian quad. Okay, like I'm just gonna drink this monster. Sounds like a problem.
I think it's gonna be that we fill all 6 tanks here with the reiterated mash stout.
Well played.
Mega mash. Hey, so
And then we add peanut butter to all of them and call it Weedy's Last Day.
How it's gonna work? It's gonna be seamless.
All right, I saw some questions come in. Let's go to those real quick. Brian Locker says, "How soon until you begin making Tombstone beer at the new location? Also a future Weedy problem."
I'm actually going to be brewing there on Sunday through Tuesday. So Sunday, Dustin, I think, is going to be showing me how to run the system. I think we're going to start off actually with a Saison, which is not something you normally see from Tombstone. What's really cool with this system is it's got the ability to do step mashes. This was the thing that really blew me away. Like when we went up there, was Dustin did such a good job designing the system. I didn't realize actually Dustin and I went to the same brewing school. Dustin's got over 10 years experience in the industry. Yeah. So I mean, really obviously knew what he was doing when he set this up. And there's some features on the brew house that we don't have in Tombstone. So the ability to do a step mash was like immediately intriguing. We've wanted to brew a proper Saison for a long time. You really can't brew a Saison without doing an acid rest. That's just a lower temperature. So we'll start at a lower temperature for our mash. We'll raise it up, make a really dry Saison, lightly phenolic. I'm really excited about that. Monday, we're going to be brewing 2 IPAs. So we'll do actually a triple IPA and a single IPA. Shout out to Vince at Moto. We're going to be doing Big Fish, Small Pond, and Small Fish, Big Pond. And then I think actually Tuesday is going to be a long one. I think that's going to be a triple batch day. And I'll be brewing a Kolsch, an oak fermented mild, and a chocolate oatmeal porter.
Nice.
I got rid of Matt. He's gone now.
I'm sorry. Did you just say chocolate oatmeal porter?
Yeah. So it'll be like a kind of traditional chocolate oatmeal porter. So it'll be chocolate malts. We're not going to be adding chocolate to it. It'll be all the flavors that you'll taste will all come from the malts.
Get out of here with your real beers and your non-agile.
I saw a question here, and you guys can probably answer this as well. So Sean Curley says, how many barrels can you produce out of this location? So the former Helio Basin, you guys are missing the news, is the location of the new Tombstone Brewing Company, Tombstone North Phoenix, and you can answer that.
Yeah, so as it's set up right now, it's 1,500 barrels a year, but it's easily set up. We pre-planned everything for expansion, so you can add 30-barrel tanks in there and easily double or 2 times or triple your production.
Hey guys, Matt.
I just watched the beer delivery happen.
Hey, Matt just walked by me with all of those beers and said they were all spoken for, so I'm unhappy at the moment.
Same, Brett. We're gonna join. We're gonna start our own support group here.
Wait. Sorry, buddy. I'll have Mike or Dustin come grab you a beer. You know, that's all good.
Hey, by the way, you don't want to make Brett mad because
That's hilarious. I saw another question I wanted to make. Well, this is always funny. What day is Free Beer Day in Phoenix? It was yesterday, Jim. It was yesterday.
always this way.
It's always yesterday.
Guys, you really may want to get Brett a beer though, because he will tell all of the AM radio stations. He will tell WKRP. I mean, he will blow you up on.
See, again, I'm going to privilege check you because you just said he would blow somebody up, and if you said that about me, there would be people rappelling through the ceiling right now. So, good call.
Don't do that on such an auspicious day.
Lionel Delgado asks, can you make Double Strata a regular release?
We got another 6 6,000 labels sitting in Tombstone, so we're certainly going to make it again sometime soon.
Perfect.
So
There you go. Justice Spears, chocolate oatmeal. Did I hear that?
You did hear that.
There you go, Justin. For the awesomeness. Thank you guys all for joining us. Like we said, throw your questions in the comments. We're gonna.
Hey, Adam Ledford, for your comment and you're not being here. Fuck you, man.
That was real good.
God damn it.
You're thinking the same thing. What are you gonna do? When do we get to see Marsha up here? Because she's obviously, if you guys don't know Marsha, she's down at Tombstone. She's the tasting room manager, right? She's essentially, yeah. So
she does all our wholesale too.
Okay, yeah, and wholesale. So there you go. Is Marsha gonna make her way up here this weekend by chance, or?
I don't believe she is.
You're stuck, Marsha. You're staying in Tombstone.
I think she's staycationing actually.
Oh, good. That's nice. Staycation is nice. Idaho 7. Kevin Wingfield says, I need more Idaho 7. Any plans to brew that bad boy again? I don't think that one's good.
We've actually got so we've been asked about the two hops that are kind of interesting. So we have one of the largest Idaho 7 hop contracts and one of the largest Strata hop contracts in the United States. Actually, I think this year our Strata is the largest. We're at 2,200 pounds, and Idaho 7 we're also at 2,200 pounds. So yeah, both those will see semi-regular releases, or at least they'll be used in other beers as well.
Hey, Weedy, strong hop flex.
Strong hop flex.
Also, beer name.
I'm just going to bring this up because I feel like this question is a great segue into something else, or a break rather from your questions. But best actor in the movie Tombstone?
Johnny Depp.
And I'm thinking Michael Jordan. I mean, what the hell?
I'm going to go with Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner? Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
Call me crazy. I was going to go with Zion Williamson.
It's a good one.
So here's a question you're going to be asked 1,000 times a week forever. What kind of packaged product will come out of this location, if any?
So do you want to do this, Weedy, or?
Have we talked about it?
We're going to do that tomorrow. Plans, it's not much of one. It'll be most cakes coming out of here. Most of the canning will still be done in Tombstone. That may change just depending on what sells here, how everything works. So, but right now it'll probably be kegs out of here, which will allow us to get more kegs to more accounts. Because right now we constantly short people on kegs. So that's the goal. Cans out of Tombstone, kegs out of here. But that could change.
Kevin Wayfield's best day ever. I love it, man. I love this. That's it. Also, Marsha responded with, I'll be wherever Matt says I need to be. So I saw another question there. I think you clicked it, Adam. Sorry, I took the controls for you for a second. Will Snozberry ever come back?
You know, we just
almost put that on the schedule.
Yeah, for sure. It's going on the schedule. We had a debate actually, last week, where we decided to do because based on order volume, Raspberry Berliner is a little more popular. So we went with Raspberry Berliner. Snozberry will be probably a January brew day, late January packaging. So, and this time, we're going to put glitter packets in 5 cans. So don't drink it from a can. Pour it into a glass so you can see if you got a lucky glitter beer.
This sounds like a bad idea.
I don't know.
You mean edible glitter or like?
Yeah,
okay, just checking.
Edible glitter.
It's not like, hey, you might get poisoned.
Don't drink it out of the can, because if you choke to death, this is your warning. You can't sue us now. We warned you.
Now you're gonna want to win one of the 5 golden tickets.
Now, it worked out well for Willy Wonka and the people who got the golden tickets there. So I mean,
they had like a 1% success rate. It was amazing.
Yeah, this is bulletproof. This plan is perfect.
Perfect.
Nothing bad could happen.
Hey, you could do a collaboration with Veruca Salt. I'm sure they're still around and ready to do a local brewery spot.
Oh man. But what I think would be kind of fun is a lot of people probably haven't seen the space, so I'm going to let you guys ask some questions. I'm going to try and set up just a remote cam with my phone, and maybe we'll walk around. Matt and Mike and I and Dustin as well. We can just kind of walk around and show you guys the space and show you guys what you're going to be walking into. For those of you who haven't been to Helio Basin, So you'll see what the Tombstone North has acquired.
Good call.
Yeah, I have a question for Weedy. You were here a month ago and no message to hang out. The hell, bro?
Oh man, Matt and I went up and like we met with the guys for probably an hour and we drove straight back. I actually had to committed to a podcast with the Arizona Brewers Guild. So I was meeting with Rob and that like Matt and I on the whole way back from the drive from Phoenix, we were talking about how cool it was going to be to finally be able to brew a proper Saison. Get on that podcast with Rob, and the first thing he asks was, he's like, how come Tombstone doesn't brew Saisons? And it was like, it was like, of all of the questions, like of all the obscure questions to get asked, there it is, like right as we've been talking about it the whole day.
And you say, I don't know. Next question, Rob.
I just told him we can't do it.
I mean, it was true at the time. I think that's fair answer.
Yep.
I think it's understandable that you guys didn't take time to hang out with us, but I think the bigger issue is that you did a different podcast. You know, I mean, not only were you not our friend just to want to say hi to you guys, we appreciate y'all. Yeah, but then I mean, we're here now, so I guess thanks.
So I also lied because we did do the hour-long meeting at Helio Basin, and then we booked it over to get some hot chicken before we headed back.
From Ian?
No, it was Monroe's. Yeah, we were in a hurry, so.
Well, there's another person betrayed, I'm sure, so that's great.
Right, yeah, man, I feel really bad that I didn't just lie and say it was Ian's.
Start making enemies before you come up to Phoenix. That's cool.
But, yeah, I'm really striking out here.
Yeah, let's see if he retracts his offer to contract out hot chicken recipe. We'll expect another comment rolling in shortly. It says, "Never mind, Weedy."
We got a few more comments though too. Any plans to resurrect the Barrel Society?
I don't think so. And that was a lot. We were overwhelmed with the Barrel Society stuff.
Stop making good beer.
Shut up, Adam. Shut up.
Yeah. You know, the Barrel Society stuff was a lot of fun to do, and I really enjoyed the membership, but it was like right from the first release, it was like we struggled. I actually had a 36-hour bottling day before the first release because we had our original bottler broke. And so I was at the brewery for literally 36 straight hours just bottling these beers. And so like after that, it was every 3 months we were just struggling to try to figure out how we could fit those releases into our regular production schedule. And I think that our first year we released a lot of like traditional barrel-aged beers. Our second year we added a lot of flavorings and things because that was the feedback we got from the first year. But then it ended up being the people that had been in the first year that stuck around didn't actually want those flavorings. So it was like that was actually probably one of our bigger, I wouldn't say a failure. It was a really great experience overall, but it was that was one of our bigger challenges that we've had to see ourselves through for sure.
Well, you created some good, like, kind of hipster moments for people. Like, those of us who were there will never forget the beers with the papyrus font on the labels.
Oh, you know, my wife drew those.
That's right. We talked about that when we were down at the brewery. Like, that's some OG stuff right there. Yeah. I may still have a Woodford Reserve one hiding somewhere in the back of the fridge.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think Bridget here speaks for Brett as well, to a degree. Chuck here says it's about time, and we all agree with that. Maybe not Mr. Ledford. He doesn't live in Phoenix, but I think most of us up here. Man.
No, I'm stoked for everybody up there. This is such an unbelievable way to get into the market. Oh, wait, do we have tour cam?
Yeah, I was trying to message you guys, and everybody was ignoring me.
Yeah, we've been trained to do that over time.
I can distance you from here. I'm going to turn this camera around because there's clearly a smudge on my front-facing camera, but I'll let these guys walk you through what's going on. So let me do that thing. Boop. All right, we're good.
There it is.
These guys. Well, why don't you guys walk us through what we're looking at, because there's a lot going on in here.
So yeah, there's all 15 barrel tanks in here. There are 6 of them in one. You saw them as a bright tank as well. There's a DE filter over here as well. So you can have a nice factory with all and things like that.
This is your day, buddy. You get in there with him.
Tanks. There's beautiful stainless steel grains.
You'll have to be a lot louder, like my dog.
Well, over here, they have the head washer, everything is set up actually. Everything is set up now, like looking down this side for expansion, so there's room for at least 6 more tanks on this side. Really up their capacity. As we go over here, this is our water treatment center and also our chemical station. So we have full reverse osmosis water. They're able to do whatever water profile they want. We were talking about that actually earlier today. So it's a lot of flexibility there. That feeds our hot and cold liquor tank, which are for brewing specifically. And then we designed all the piping to be up and overhead, so it looks really nice and pretty while you're in here. And then a 15-barrel system that is semi-automated, so there's pneumatic valves on there, nice heat exchanger, and yeah, hopefully Weedy will have a lot of fun with this. We spent a lot of time designing everything that's in here. So.
Perfect. Well, hey guys, let's pop out of this, because I know this is just a giant echo chamber of like tin and pipes, and we'll head back to our seat. But just so everybody gets a quick look, and hopefully you guys can hear me pretty clearly since I'm right next to the phone here. Yeah, there you go. Give you guys one more pan around. Oh, he says if you pull on this, free beer comes out, guys. And this must be the beer goggle I watch station. That's what this is. That watches the beer goggles out. Perfect.
Hey, Yusuf, can we get a live demo?
We bought a brewery with safety features.
Yeah, where's the cot and the straw pillow where Adam Green is going to sleep at night? I'm sure he's wondering about that.
The straw pillow where Adam Green will sleep. Is there anything that turns up? Is there anything that goes on fire in here by chance? Okay, good. So not there. Right here. There it is. There's his space.
There we go.
And a pillow from 3M. See, look, we're set.
I've slept in worse places than that, if I'm being honest. I think, to be fair, most of
you
us
can
probably
weigh yourself
have.
every morning, except
That
for
I
the
won't
capacity
do.
is only 200 pounds. So no.
I was gonna say, Adam Green, you know we spoil you.
Here's the
All right,
thing.
guys, I'm gonna pop off from this camera. We'll join you in a second.
All right.
Yeah, so Adam Green, remember, you are engaged to a wonderful woman, but you're not married yet. Don't let all the skeletons out of that closet yet, brother.
But I mean, we've all slept in probably places that we're not proud of. I could do worse than in this brewery.
A brewery floor is kind of a clean place to be 99% of the time. I mean, you could do worse. You could do worse.
In that brewery, for sure.
Yeah. And what's sad is I wasn't even thinking of the cleanliness of the place. I was just thinking of the fact that I'm in a brewery. But it's also good to know that it's clean. That's great. Yeah. Cool.
It helps Adam Green de-stress and relax when he knows barrel-aged stouts are within 50 feet.
Hey, I'm gonna do a shameless plug while we have a group of people watching us right now. But thanks for watching the show. We love doing this kind of thing. We love bringing this kind of news to you guys. So if you love it, go to our website and buy a shirt so I can make all of $2.50 on it and pay for doing this freaking stream. But also, we just love seeing people with their stuff on. So you can do that thing. Look, they're shirts. They're cool.
Oh, slick.
Yeah.
Some people.
Yeah, it's there. Look, I'm wearing one. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Why do we not get?
Now we're just looking. He's got a really nice shirt. How do I get one of these?
We will sadly not have those for the first week or two.
Okay, great.
Sorry, Marshall.
Yusuf, but Yusuf, we were at Tombstone a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, doing our collab beer, and we could have bought that shirt then. They had them for sale at the brewery there.
Have you ever seen me? And no offense, Matt, it looks really good on you. It brings out your eyes. Have you ever seen me in one of these shirts?
I haven't because you didn't buy one.
You know
Right,
what's
that's fair.
crazy? So every time I wear that shirt, I can't help but think about, like, I had lived here for like a month, and Matt's wife had embroidered a shirt, like that shirt for me with my name on it. It says Brewmaster and everything. And we went up to Phoenix for Strong Beer Fest, and I fell asleep on Matt's sister-in-law's couch on top of a pile of nachos. I got nachos all over that shirt, and I had to go to Strong Beer Fest the next day covered in nacho fry cheese.
Covered in nacho fried cheese, beer name?
Don't feel bad. Yusuf dips hot Cheetos in foie gras, so like any
Listen,
cheese
that was-
snack is totally fine.
Hey,
If
Adam
not-
Green. Adam Green.
If there was
It's
time to privilege check me, it's the fact that I dipped flaming hot Cheetos in foie gras. So, mwah.
yeah.
There you
No,
go.
so
Right,
that sounds
right, guys?
Adam-
Flaming Cheetos dipped in foie gras. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. The consensus here is that if you dip flaming hot Cheetos into foie gras, everything's great. All right.
hey, Adam Green. The beer name is I'm Covered in Nachos, Tombstone's Mexican Lager.
There's too many beer names from this podcast.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Hey guys, real quick, we're having some questions. We had some folks who are obviously joining us a little bit late. Let's just recap a little bit what the big news is, Yusuf and Matt.
Yeah, let's do that. Frank A. What's up, Frank A? Hey.
Yeah, 40th and Thomas in Phoenix, starting Friday.
So I'm going to put that in a banner for you guys to see. It is, what are we doing on a sign? What's going on? You guys going to just like cover that one up, or when do you get a new sign? It's a good question. So Tombstone Brewing Company in Phoenix on 40th and Thomas. There you go, guys, in case anyone was wondering. Some more questions you want to feed us, gang? Let's see. I saw one that was any thoughts, concerns with distro. The demand for kegs will obviously increase. Just wondering if you're looking to continue self-distro.
So we do all the sales directly, but we use Manual Brothers for all the logistics of getting things to people up here, and they're incredible. Like, they're just like the greatest people and the most amazing service. Like, I actually don't know if any of our growth would have been possible without them. So, yeah, so we're obviously Team Manual Brothers.
And then
Is that a Hensley prep that asked that question?
I think is that I don't know.
Yeah.
I smelled it from a mile away. Kevin Cahill has asked the question. People tend to ask, and they forgot that like a coronavirus thing might have shut down a bunch of bars and restaurants for 6 months. Can I still get my family just to the Phoenix facility? I'm just saying.
I like that that's also Weedy's father-in-law.
Oh no, you know what? If Weedy's father-in-law, listen, Kevin, you're good, but I'm speaking on behalf of any restaurant or bar owner. No one else is good, bro. No one else.
You start right away.
I like that Weedy is on like a.
That's Sarah's dad.
Yeah.
Right, that's right, Weedy. Yes.
Frank A is very excited.
Yusuf could insult.
That's not an insult. It's just putting it out there. I mean, am I wrong?
Hey, Weedy. Thanksgiving's right around the corner. It's going to be great.
Oh man, gentlemen, any more questions we want to get to? If you guys have any more questions, now's the time to ask them. Otherwise, I think we're going to talk about how delicious this Italian Pils is right now, and then also the No Coast IPA as we start to wrap up the show. This won't be the last time you see us hanging out with the guys from Tombstone. So,
Frank A here has a question that I was ready to ask too, because we know Helio Basin, the food here has always been very good. Tombstone, down in Tombstone, the food was not as good because it wasn't there.
You know,
so
there were like grapes and shit in the fridge. It wasn't bad.
we had Utz crab chips at one point. That was like the high point. And then now it transitioned down to sour cream and onion. COVID meant we had no chips at all. And I don't know. Do we have anything now? Maybe we have like a fruit roll up or something. But
I don't know, but whatever it is, Kevin Cahill is getting a discount on it.
yeah, we'll sell up the crab pizza cost.
So what is the plan for the kitchen here?
We're doing their kitchen. Their kitchen's awesome.
Yeah.
So these guys nailed it. They have incredible staff that we met with today. So we're that's going to be insane.
Well, I think that ends up being the topic for the next time we do something with you guys up here. Is once we got that kitchen cranking, we'll come in and eat some food and sit down and talk about it. Weedy ate all the crab shit. I believe it. I totally believe it. 100%.
I'm not going to deny it.
Mike Langang says, Matt, your hair is fantastic.
Yeah, I normally get my hair cut 4 times a year, and this year I get it cut 0 times a year.
Have you thought about maybe donating to Locks if he needs it?
Well, I mean, I'm not even mad about it. If you want to give me, I'm happy.
You held that in.
I just want to be able to do this at some point.
You can still do that. It's just not going to do anything for the rest of us.
Like you can just whiplash.
You can do this all you want. Adam Green's the guy with the sexy locks right now. Anyways.
Oh, you know it.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Can we do this in slow motion? How do I do that?
I think just try not to hurt yourself.
I thought that was slow motion.
Yeah. Just don't do what Kyle Allen's head did yesterday, and you'll be fine.
I only saw Dak Prescott's ankle. I didn't see Kyle Allen's head.
I'll throw that to you after the show. It's pretty
Can we do a charity thing?
Please don't. Please don't.
Let's do a charity thing where Matt and Adam Green whip their hair back and forth, like to the highest bidder. Somebody's going to pay to see that.
Does it whip? You got to do it now. You got to do it. Does it whip?
I don't think it does.
Hey,
Maybe.
Hey, Adam
got a mullety. Got a little weight in the back for sure.
Hey, Adam Green, do you have a Halloween costume figured out? Because I feel like with your hair like that, just dye it like a really vibrant red, and you could go as Little Orphan Annie really well.
This episode has taken a real weird turn.
A real weird.
Don't they all know? I mean,
Yeah, they all do.
I feel really good about myself, by the way. This is a really cool
I'm
podcast.
just gonna.
Hang on, I want to ask. Did we establish if you will have food on Friday?
We will have food on Friday.
So there will be food on Friday. So on top of the fact that they are opening, and for those of you who are wondering if there was going to be a kitchen, yes, Friday, 4 p.m. Nom-noms. I'm coming to hang out, eat, drink beer. It's happening. Done. But yeah. Adam Ledford, you got any more questions you want to throw in here? I know we had a bunch, and now we started drinking, so we forgot half of them.
Well, let's talk about okay, so you want to go and you want to support the new Tombstone location. Here are the best advice that we can give you on day one. Expect that a lot of people want to go, and we're still masking up, and we still have seating constraints. So when you are wanting to go in there, don't be a dick. Just remember that. If you want every weird thing on the menu that they ever had at Helio Basin for the last couple of years, maybe understand that this is week 1 of the kitchen too. I'm saying this so that Matt and Weedy don't have to, but just be aware. Have patience. Be cool. Support them in the way that really is wonderful, like this whole situation is. And get ready to drink some awesome sauce and just don't be a dick. No real question.
+1. I do have a question for Matt and Weedy, though. Are you guys going to have crowlers and growlers for to go?
Yeah, we have a crowler. Well, now as of this morning, we have a crowler machine.
I think I'm looking at it. I think it's right there.
We even have a juice press, I think, because I'm using it to stand my laptop on.
It looks like we got a sweet juice press.
Is this some of the juice
right
press?
here.
The logo needs to change, but I just got to empty.
Oh, there you go.
Now, what's the last one?
Hey, can we do it live?
We'll be crowlering a lot of beers. When we open, most of that stuff is available in cans, and the stuff that isn't available in cans, some of it might be barrel-aged things we can't crowler, but there will be multiple beers that will be crowlerable when we open. And then, there will be tons of cans. I doubt.
But I mean, you could crowler the barrel-aged stuff for your best friends on your best podcast, right?
What would you say?
You can crowler the barrel-aged stuff for your best Phoenix friends.
Yo, no, that's
Wait, who?
Yeah. That's for tasting and testing purposes, and for doing a remote live stream, we would need it in a can of some sort. So. And you, Kevin, you can have it too.
I just want to say I got to play with a dog named Max just now, and that was great. Highlight of my night so far. I mean, the rest of this stuff is really cool, but I got to pet a dog, so like, I win.
Congratulations. So I've got a question I'm going to toss to Matt, and then we probably pop in on this one. Matt, we were just talking about, obviously, the transition since Helio Basin was an operational and functioning brewery. There's a staff in place. Yeah. And you guys have spent time talking about the transition and what's going to happen in terms of the exchange. So staff that is already employed here, are they staying here? Are you guys changing anything up? Are you getting a new chef? How's that going?
No, everything's going to stay the same. The awesome staff that's here now is going to stay here.
Awesome.
Yeah, we can't wait. Hopefully, I think we'll probably extend the hours, which if they're into it.
I'm into it. I'm into it. The extended hours sound great.
But yeah, that's the plan.
Great. So that's great news to hear, because not only are you continuing to support local, but they've continued to employ local, and they've put people in the positions they're in, especially right now during a pandemic and people scrambling to find work when they've been out of work for months in the restaurant and bar industry. These people aren't going to have to go find something else. Yeah. So I love it. And Brett Berry, you could have just said it out loud, but he says Yusuf lives his entire life in extended hours. Dude, that's what I do. I sleep at like 2 a.m. every day.
You don't need a late night menu. You just need a Yusuf menu.
Fair. What time do you have dinner, Matt? What's your average dinner time?
And I have a 5-year-old in the house, so it's
like 4:30.
No, he's not retired. He has
never
a 5-year-old.
I'll just say that.
Oh, this should be good. We finally got a troll, by the way. I'm waiting to see what happens.
Nice troll.
I don't know. Not yet. Might be. Taco Maniac 444 sounds great. I have a question. Tell me. Aquitian.
No.
Aquitian.
That's a Quetian.
Quetians, yeah.
They hit it with an asterisk. There it is. Hit me with your Quetian, Taco Man. Ayak.
This is going to be embarrassing.
Probably.
The suspense is killing me.
Who else is brewing with you up here then?
So we will need to hire a head brewer. I will be coming up. So I'll be doing the first round of brewing. And then hopefully I'll be hiring a brewer as I'm up there and training them in the next round. So the first, probably 3 to 6 months that we're open or that we're producing beer up there, I'll probably be up there brewing and training. And then hopefully after that period of time, we have, I can go up there maybe twice a month and oversee things. What we got? I see the reaction.
Taco Maniac came in.
Now, can we get? Can I please? Can I get?
Go ahead.
Okay, I was waiting for this one. Taco Maniac 444 says, "Can the guy in the TBC shirt have buttons for? He's kind of cute."
That's got to be CG.
After that, you're gonna have to send money to our OnlyFans page.
I was gonna say you're supposed to spend some money to the OnlyFans before you do that.
This one's solid, and the Guitar Wall guy can hit me up after the stream. He looks hardcore.
I'm so hardcore. That's what everybody knows me for, being so hardcore.
You're super hardcore. I know.
So the job posting for the brewer up here is gonna go live tonight. So we'll start taking applications. Until we hire that person, if you've seen Breaking Bad, you know how the one kid, they had like the rail thing where he couldn't like get out of the meth lab.
Yeah,
we're doing one of those for Weedy until we hire. So apply early, apply often, because his life's gonna be beautiful until then.
His internet's gonna be better when he's up here.
I was actually thinking about it earlier. So we brewed. This was actually an extra busy brew week in Tombstone because we're using our lager tanks. I think I told you guys about this on a podcast a while back. We're using our lager tanks as fermenters now. So we now technically have 105 barrels of fermentation capacity in Tombstone. So this week I brewed 105 barrels. I am brewing 105 barrels. So tomorrow's another double batch brew day, and then we've got another one on Wednesday. Doing some canning on Saturday, driving the cans straight up to Phoenix, and we'll be brewing Sunday through Tuesday. So I think total at the end of this week, I'm going to do close to 200 barrels of production, which is going back to my Blue Pants days. I think that the busiest week that I ever had was a 250 barrel brew week, but that was all in one location, and I had 2 brewers and 5 packaging team members. So actually,
somebody needs to work.
I made the mistake of telling Sarah like 6 weeks ago that she could take a vacation.
We're tiny violining you right now. That's all.
Oh,
Yeah, you said you're tiny violining. I assumed that was Weedy being passive aggressive, asking us to come down and help with canning again.
Let's go.
I just want Yusuf to mill for me.
The next
I've
collab.
heard about this actually.
Weedy, can you afford to lose that much grain?
That's a tough call.
It was like a little bit of grain I spilled, guys. Come on. It was a little bit of grain.
It looked like a lot in your hands, though, Yusuf. That's the thing.
A lot of grain, huge bags, lots of grain everywhere.
Huge bags.
Huge. No, but can we actually do the next collab here? Is that okay? It's a little bit. So we can make Ledford drive up.
Yeah, well, we had talked about another collab. We had a name planned out for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember it at all.
We're not masking. No, we're not masking you again, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, we're not
No.
you again. It was supposed to be our post-pandemic collab, which should come out in 2023. Will be great. Fantastic. Yeah. I actually heard somebody do a parody of the what's the song, Jolene, but it was vaccine. It was great. So maybe that's a good one too. Well, as we get to wrapping up, I was going to talk about this delicious Italian pills, but I feel like we could spend 10 minutes talking about it in general. Do you want to just give us a quick rundown on it?
Yeah, we brewed a fake style. It tastes good.
Oh.
Shots fired. I love it. I freaking love it.
Perfect. Well, then in that case, that should be the close of the show. And the rest of the
For those
talk.
who don't know inside baseball, you got to explain why that's funny if people aren't already laughing.
Yeah, so the whole thing with the Italian pills is that Tipo Pills, I think it started production like 1995, Barifico Italiano brewery in Italy. And they set out to recreate Jever Pills. So a pretty pedestrian German style Pilsner. And they dry hopped it. And I don't actually know where the rest of this comes from. People started thinking that you don't dry hop German style Pilsners, but there are examples of German style Pilsners being dry hopped all the way back, at least as far as I'm aware of, to 1906. You can actually read Weihenstephan textbooks about dry hopping Pilsners. And there's a lot of people that believe that the German beer purity law forbids dry hopping, or that it did forbid dry hopping before, I think, 2012. And that's not true. What was actually against the law was to add hop oils, extract, powders after the boil. So if you had whole leaf hops and arguably pellets, you could dry hop a beer. There's also the fact that German breweries are notorious for breaking their purity law left and right. Like, that's been going on since 1516 when the Reinheitsgebot originally came out. So my favorite German Pilsner is Augustiner Pils. And I was informed when I was at brewing school that it's dry hopped. And so our Pilsner has been kind of loosely based off of Augustiner Pils ever since we opened. We dry hop it with Saphir instead of Hallertauer Mittelfrüh. And so we started hearing about this Italian Pils thing like a year ago. People started saying, we're brewing an Italian style Pils. And I was like, what is it? Like, it's a dry hopped Pilsner. It's like, but what about all the German breweries that dry hop? So it started driving me a little crazy. And so I was like, all right, let's brew an Italian Pils, but we're not going to just brew a German Pilsner and call it Italian Pils. We're going to do something different. So we used French hops, and we used a newer variety, the Barbe Rouge. Gives it that kind of citrusy flavor. Super dry. This is also one of the earlier beers that we've done that was low oxygen brewing, so it really retained a lot of the Pilsner malt character. It's kind of doughy.
I'm trying to see if I can get this. Obviously, I've got a couple of lights in here, so it's gonna be hard to read. Maybe we'll take a picture. We'll post it actually in the comments so you guys can see what
I think
this
that's a
can.
good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah.
But because of that,
mode.
so we were joking. It was actually with Ryan from Dark Sky. We were in a beer chat, and Matt said something about just wait until the beer enthusiasts find out about the sub-Saharan West African Pils. And it was like a throwaway comment, and I said it's on the schedule. So we just went
that thing is amazing, by the way.
No, I'm saying as a North African, I'd like to connect with the Sub-Saharan and West African beer as well, just because it's close enough. Closest thing I got to something North African in terms of beer was Ta Henken from Dogfish Head, and they haven't made that since the first time they made it. So
Jesus, Brett, your comment is not okay.
that's okay. That's not a big deal. Why we're not putting it on the screen.
Move on.
I'm going with the celebration bourbon for the end of the day.
All right, gang. I think it's time for us to wrap this thing up because if you guys have more questions, I know I'm for sure going to be here on Friday. I think we may even do a little Instagram live, which will be completely separate and only on Instagram. Matt and I could figure that out, or Weedy and I could figure it out. So we'll do a little something like that, and we'll showcase some of their food as well in the coming weeks and the beers as they get brewed. So thank you guys for joining us. It's exciting news. Thank you guys for allowing us to be a part of this announcement.
We're losing you or we're losing me?
What's that? I don't know what he said.
I thought we were about to lose you for a second, but it turned out okay.
I like that Weedy just poured himself a pint of whiskey.
Solid. But Weedy's celebrating how quickly this all came together. So
it was easy.
So guys, what do you think about having like a special like pay-per-view where like Matt just walks around former Helio Basin and live streams like all the shit he didn't realize that you guys now own yet?
Oh shit! We have the ability to do that now, and for just $5 a ticket, I'll even convince Matt to take one more button down. Taco guy, you get to pay $500.
You know what's amazing? We could do the same thing in Tombstone. I've had so many Amazon purchases in the last 4 years.
That's awesome.
All right, gang. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Brett, Mr. Ledford down in Tucson, we down in, I don't know where your internet is, but I think it's Bisbee. I don't know. Is that Cochise County Cox Communications? What are you using down there?
Sparklight.
I don't know. It's like it's Steve's internet.
I think it's Sparklight.
Sparklight.
Did you say LimeWire? Is that what I heard?
Hey, Weedy, don't let him give you shit. Your DSL is working great.
No, we need to let Weedy go so he can get off the phone line so they could get calls again. Just in case someone might be trying to get a hold of him and he's taking up the line.
Okay,
Yeah,
you have to FaceTime Marcia right after this and show her the walk-in.
Well, no, Marcia, we're going to save that walk-in until we do a food episode, and it'll all come together. It'll all come together.
Marcia, the only thing you need to know about the walk-in is that there's room for 500 cases in there.
There's always room for 500 cases.
There's always
no matter
room.
how many cases you have in there, there's always room for 500 more.
If you need overflow, my beer fridge is available.
Well, let's wrap it up. We've come close to the hour. I didn't know we were going to make it an hour, but we could actually do this 3 hours, of course, with you guys especially. Thank you again. We'll be here. I'll be here this weekend. And then eventually I hear there's going to be like a little hot chicken sandwich challenge thing happening. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, if you're watching right now, thank you. SocialDistanceDrinkingClub.com. You can get us a shirt. But the most important thing is, if you don't already like us on Facebook and on Instagram and on like all the other things too, do that now. And if you're watching us on Facebook right now, there's like a get live notifications thing that popped up. Click it so you can always watch the show because they're great. And if they're not great, just tell us we suck, or also like proposition us for weird times like Taco Man did. Yep.
Don't tell us we suck. One, that's a lie. You don't want to lie to us. And two, if it was true,
listen, Taco Man, if you pay the right amount of money, Adam Green will definitely suck. And on that note,
By the way, let's stick with Taco Maniac instead of Taco Man. Allow me to indulge the idea that maybe there's a non-gender specific person who thought that I looked super hardcore.
You're right. That's fair. I've been rewatching the leagues. But Taco Man is just in my head because of Taco. As always, thank you guys for joining us for an episode of Social Distance Drinking Club. Cheers to you all. Cheers to you, my friend. Congratulations. And I think we lost Mike and Dustin, but I'm gonna go find them. Take care. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. We're gonna be here, normal regular time, 7:30 and 10 minutes late. I show up fashionably late to the internet.